During the publication of Columbine, mass shootings and school shootings were on the rise, like the Virginia Tech shooting or the Red Lake school shooting. The media's failure to report the school shooting accurately led to copycats, and many school shooters saw Columbine as inspiration. Additionally, the war on terror was going on, which led to violence being normalized in the media due to daily reports of violence and death. The book begins with the attack. Eric and Dylan arrive at Columbine High School, attending mass destruction through bombs, inspired by the Oklahoma City bombing. When the bombs fail, they resort to shooting, killing 13 people before taking their own lives.
Steps in the direction of where we heard the firecrackers, and we saw shooters on top of the hill.
Colin then shifts between unraveling the killer psychology in the aftermath. The second major focus is the investigation. The FBI determines Eric was a textbook psychopath. He was manipulative, charming, and obsessed with his destruction, while Dylan was a depressed follower. However, the media worsened the tragedy, spreading misinformation. They were labeled as outcasts, goths, and members of the trenchcoat mafia. False narratives, like them targeting jocks and Christians, were widely believed, most notably the myth of Cassie Burnell's martyrdom. Finally, Colin discusses Columbine's lasting impact. The school shooting marked as a shift in American violence, inspiring future school shootings and bombings. Colin's goal was to debunk myths and provide a clear, fact-based account of Columbine. He challenged false narratives and urged readers to question media reports. More importantly, he emphasized prevention over sensationalism. Despite the tragedy, Columbine highlights hope and resilience. The reopening of the school, the demolition of the library where 10 students died, and the construction of the Hope Library symbolized recovery. The school refused to be redefined by violence. However, the book also explores individualism and community in a negative standpoint. Many families sued the school and the killers' families, seeking legal change and compensation, but Linda Sanders, who lost her husband, grieved differently. Instead of activism, she focused on preserving Dave's legacy through education and remembrance. Additionally, she felt lonely throughout her recovery, unlike victims who had their families. Columbine continues to be a relevant piece of literature for American society. Columbine goes into detail about the dangers of misinformation, challenges myths about the school shooting, and provides insight into trauma and resilience. I always knew before reading the book that dangers as a whole affected me as a student, but this made me realize how dangerous Eric and Dylan's influence still is. Their actions didn't just end the year they died, they still affect future attackers. And this terrifies me because maybe just one day they affect me as a student or as a parent.